What's going on, guys? HDProdigyGaming back once again for TDiReverend as I bring you guys another Modern Warfare 3 commentary over a pretty sick gameplay. This is actually a striker gameplay on interchange over the drop zone game type that they did add for the community playlist a while back, and the last commentator actually discussed the community playlist, and I didn't actually realize then that they had actually added it back today. So along with Infected now in the community playlist is drop zone once again, the fan favorite I believe right now for the community playlist. So definitely go check it out if you guys already haven't. And this is pretty sick gameplay with the striker, actually probably the best shotgun in the game right now, in my opinion, and we'll get right into this. So today I want to talk to you guys about Reverend's history of gaming. He said this topic was really close to him, and he really wanted me to do a full commentary on it, where I go fully in depth and kind of start from the beginning and work to where he is today, which is with the direct impact and the team he's grown to. So we'll start out with how he got into it. So he actually told me he started out in COD 2 when he was 15. Now, I actually haven't played COD 2 very much. I had it for a little bit. A few of my friends had given it to me so I could play for a little, but I really never got very much into it. My first COD was really COD 4, and before that, I really wasn't a big COD player. I really didn't actually play video games that much. I was more of, a kind of computer game guy, or actually played Halo 1 at that time as well. So he actually started out when he was 15 in COD 2, and the team was called Kinetic Gaming. Now, in this, he was actually first and second on the team ladder. I believe this was on Game Battles, as he said, and this is probably when Game Battles actually first got started up. I'm assuming it's with Game Battles, if not another site like that, but it seemed like he really got into it right away, as, that's pretty competitive for not only that age, being 15 that he was, but also that, Call of Duty was pretty new then. COD 2 was probably the first game where competitive gaming was really introduced. I really don't know much about COD 1, but I know that kind of in COD 4 was where it really started to pick up, and then of course, you got Modern Warfare 2, which is where it really picked up, and I think it's just grown from there to the point where, the competitive community is almost, growing as large as the actual community. It is always going to be smaller, as there's a lot of people, that will just not play to that level because they either choose not to, or, they're just not physically that good at gaming. But I think it's amazing how much we've grown as a community and able to create just an area, almost a genre in a way, of just competitive gaming where, the best of the best come and they can play people, just as good as them, better and grow, or people that maybe aren't as good and still, do well. And I think interesting things like that, and it's got that level where it's a lot more fun if you can play people that are same skill level as you, or even better, because it does help you grow. So after that, he moved on to COD 3. I'm assuming that was towards the end of COD 2 where that team kind of started up. Not very at the beginning of it, I'm assuming, as competitive gaming really wasn't that big back then. So next you have COD 3. Now, COD 3, he started out with actually his first own clan, and this clan was called BMH, Big Money Hustlin' for short. And he picked up a bunch of pub players, and they actually finished 15th on the ladder. So pretty good. Not as good as the first time around, but they were mainly pub players, and he did run the team, I believe, as the full leader. But it was pretty good to finish at 15th, as I'm pretty sure at that point, the competitive community, my mistake, was still growing at that point. Definitely not as big as it was today, but definitely growing to where it has gotten to today. I'm assuming that with each Call of Duty game that comes out, you'll gain a lot more players that have just got introduced to competitive gaming, maybe in the last Call of Duty, or they really just got into it just playing it, and of course you'll have some people that leave it just because they don't enjoy it anymore or something like that. But it definitely grows every Call of Duty game, especially the good ones. I know Black Ops really stepped it up a notch with all the competitive players that really got into it and all the teams that got into it. And now we'll move on to the next part. So after the first season, he actually got recruited by TMNT, or SOTB, and he actually played with them until COD 4, and they actually won the beta ladder for COD 4, so that's a pretty big deal to win a full beta ladder, as, that's pretty much first place at that point. After this, he actually moved on to COD 5, and he actually switched to the hardcore ladder. Now, I've seen a lot of players who can actually make that transition and do a very nice job at it. Me, however, personally, I don't do good with transitions like that, moving from game battles, which I usually do, playing in, just default playlist, moving to hardcore. For some reason, I've never really done well in hardcore. It just wasn't my thing, and he was on I4 and I when he was at that point. Now, once COD 5 died out, he actually moved on to Modern Warfare 2, and he joined back up with SOTB a bit later after that. But before that, he actually joined up with a team, a crew. I'm not exactly sure what all their names were, but it was like KILK and KLAK, a lot of K's in there. and they were actually third on the ladder, and they ended up going 120-13, which is a pretty amazing record for COD 5 or Modern Warfare 2. That was at that point. After this, he actually became the leader of the team, and then the leader actually moved off the team. He didn't become the leader, sorry. And the leader had actually split off and wasn't able to run anymore as he was joining the army, so they split off at that point. After that, he actually joined SUD, Straight Up Dirty for short, and they actually ranked second on the variant ladder. Now, for those people who don't know, variant is very similar to default, just a few of the settings are changed, and it's primarily what the circuit runs by, being that, you know, there's a little bit less game types involved in it. The maps are a little bit stricter with what maps are chosen, and the settings are just, you know, changes slightly. They actually ended up going 102-1 and ranked second on that ladder, which is, it's an amazing score, only losing one game. So they're definitely up pretty high in that. On the second place is actually pretty sweet. So after that, the same thing kind of happened, sadly, and the team did split up. And at that point, it was time for Black Ops, as Modern Warfare 2 was nearing to an end. So once he hopped on Black Ops, he actually started his second own team, and he called it Mafia. Now, they were actually ranked 24th on the team ladder and ended up going 73-5 once again in variant. After this, he actually got a huge offer by the OG Clan, or Clan Cleaning Products, Original Gaming, and he actually became a good friend and a longtime friend of a few other members, Pac-Man, just to name one, and they actually ended up going 560-80. They were actually that in COD 5, so he couldn't pass it up. So he joined that, and they had a really great leader, and he enjoyed playing that for a while. Now, he kept moving on from there, and he actually left at one point, as a few other members left, and that's where he started TDI, the Direct Impact, towards the end of Black Ops and the beginning of Modern Warfare 3 that we are at now. Now, the Direct Impact was sort of a family community that he started. It wasn't meant to be as serious. It was meant to be more fun, and there's actually 30 members in it now. The team is grown by him, and he is the leader, and he is actually very proud of it. He plans on doing GB soon as he can, you know, get a very good group of players, and of course, it's for fun at this point, not as serious, and they'll keep moving up. He wanted me to really say that, you know, he's very proud of TDI. He's grown to that, and it's more fun at this point and not as serious. But when he talked to me about this, it seemed like he really enjoyed all this. He moved from, you know, really great teams to really great teams and was able to grow over time. He started, as I said, when he was 15, back on COD 2, and I think it's amazing how far it's come from there. When you think of COD 2 being multiple years ago, and they've moved, you know, to COD 3, COD 4, a great game. You know, you have World at War, Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops, and Modern Warfare 3 now as well, and now we're already looking at another Call of Duty game in the future, and I think it's amazing to see how series kind of move, how, you know, people switch over to other games, some people stay, the community grows, and I think it's amazing how people can kind of rally and create this community. I mean, if you look at YouTube alone, the way the community has grown at this point, you're looking at, you know, upwards of 2 million, probably even more than that at this point. People in the community that, you know, watch these YouTube videos, and they enjoy watching them, they enjoy listening to these topics, you know, almost from random strangers in a way. And I think it's amazing how we've been able to grow this community, and, you know, we all support each other. If, you know, someone has a really large issue, you see so many channels go to help them out. You know, the biggest problem today with hacking and stuff like that is it's bound to happen by people, and I think it's amazing how we've grown to work together. You know, when someone gets hacked, probably, you know, 20, 30 people will post videos saying, you know, go check out their new channel whenever they have to do, and I think it's amazing how we've done that. It's not necessarily one person, you know, everyone's kind of one person. It's more of us as a group. I think community channels do a great job with that, and that's kind of the community that Reverend has been trying to grow at this point with the Direct Impact. So I'm pretty sure you can contact him if you're interested in learning more about that. From what I know, it's sort of a clan in a way, but more of a community, something to have fun with, not as serious. As he said, he will be starting at game battles soon, as he probably still has that competitive drive in him from playing on all those teams. But I think it's just amazing in a way how large the community has grown. You look at how many people enjoy playing it, and then you also have the competitive community. So I think it's amazing how we've kind of split off in a way and created our own groups, but together we're still, you know, one huge group. And I think it'll continue growing with the next Call of Duties. I believe the next COD is actually going to be Black Ops 2. From what I've been told, Schreier did say that they're actually going to make a sequel to Black Ops 1, which I'm assuming, you know, just by inferring, would be a Black Ops 2, as that would, you know, that would make the most sense from that point. But they've also released news of other Call of Duties. You know, it's all spectacle, though, or, you know, I don't really know the word I'm looking for, but you guys know what I'm saying, where, you know, a lot of people will make stuff up, you know, to try and, you know, get their opinion out there, but in a lot of ways, a lot of things that people come up with could be true, and we don't really know yet. But hopefully the next Call of Duty continues to grow and continues, you know, to help the community expand and become, you know, as great as possible. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, I'm HDProdigyGaming for TDiReverend. Thank you guys for watching this. It was very important to him that I tell you guys the whole history of his gaming. I think it's amazing how far he has grown, so definitely check him out. This will be on his channel, so definitely subscribe, like the video, leave some feedback, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.